Good morning.
We back.
We back. She's back from PTO.
Off PTO.
Welcome to the Powers.
Sweet. Y'all better take y'all PTO.
First of all, don't encourage people to take stuff they don't have.
Listen.
Because you taking stuff that you didn't have.
We got PTO. We got benefits.
We don't.
Personal benefits?
No personal benefits.
Yes, we need that personal time.
I'm your host, Kendra Hayward. And
LaShayna Wilder.
good to see you. And today's
PTO is essential. We're going to be talking about that today.
Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
we can
ma'am.
get into the show.
Okay.
First of all, shout out to my new hairstyle.
Let me tell you how cute this look. This is so cute. I like it. Okay.
Thank you. Shout out
stylist.
Valencia Smith.
Okay.
She did a wonderful job.
Mm-hmm.
I was a walk-in and I had never seen her work before. Literally, it
It's
was
cute,
like,
ain't it? I like
I saw
this.
a post and she was like, "We have
A special?
special walk-ins." I was like, "Ooh,
Brought to you
let
by
me go find her." So yeah, I did, and she did a
Walk-in
really good job.
specials. She did do a good
She did.
job.
So
I like
shout
it.
out to you, Valencia, and all the girls over there in the shop
Building networks.
building networks. She did good.
Yeah, she did good.
Anywho,
It's cute.
so today's show is brought to you by. We have a special guest, y'all.
Special
If you got an older daughter, say hi, Jada.
Hi.
Cameo appearance.
Don't start the day. What you say? What was the last one? Brought to you by. Don't
You
talk
ain't got
to
no
me before
PTO. You can't have none.
10. Alright, listen.
You got no PTO. You can't have none.
She said I don't have PTO, but I do. Personal well-being and personal growth and taking time for yourself and all the things. It's important. Don't be looking at me crazy.
Personal taking time for yourself.
Yes, it's personal. Mental health days. Okay.
Personal mental health days.
Yes. Doing it
I need mental health days.
tons.
Tons.
Y'all better act like y'all know.
Listen.
No, this is what is brought to you by.
What is
My
it?
back ain't 20 no more. And I ain't carrying your foolishness
And mine.
Okay.
Only one pair of foolishness.
That's it.
And it belongs to me.
40 years old.
40-year-old foolishness.
And
First
that's
of all,
it.
don't y'all go around telling people y'all 40 years old.
Okay.
You just tell them what you're not going to tolerate.
That's it.
And then they'll already know that you're 40 years old.
Because your back ain't.
Because your back ain't 30.
Brought to you by my back ain't built.
Your back? Big
My-
back? Big back problems?
I don't know.
We
It's
can't
not
do that
working.
one.
No.
No.
Not working. We gotta find out what your back ain't built for both. Brought to you by
Your
my
back ain't built for both.
Oh Lord.
Stupid.
When we gonna start?
We already
Oh
started.
Lord. Okay, y'all.
3 minutes in, and we're
All right.
giggling.
So
Hey,
speaking of
y'all.
this,
Yes.
what your back ain't built for, personal growth is what your back needs to be built for, right? So today we're gonna be talking about how you can have personal foolishness going on and how it would still affect your business, right?
Right.
And how it still affects your personal life in general, okay? So, yeah, that's what today is brought to you by. My back ain't built for your bow. That's it. Boom. New tagline. So, okay. Now that we've gotten into it a little, have you had any specific personal challenges that you know directly affected your work performance?
Yes.
So, how does it affect everything? Like,
Your personal, like when you don't take care of it, or just the fact, because everybody's going to have personal
Right, so-
something. Right?
miss action steps, right? You gotta give them action steps by the end of it.
I'll give you some actions. Let me get through the coffee first.
Oh,
Let me
Lord.
think. No, but honestly, yeah, I have had that experience. A lot of times, just being a caretaker, being a mom, being, all the things, it can affect your mood sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It affects your ability to focus So a lot of times you just have to find that thing that kind of refocuses you. Because sometimes you can't really get rid of that stuff that's going on.
Ain't no sometimes.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
It's going to be there when you get home.
Oh, yes.
And you're going to have to deal with it.
Oh, yes.
But the way you deal with it is the thing. You know, so I think the first action step is to refocus yourself. My therapist tells me all the time, she says, you have to be grounded. Like, get grounded. Literally, ground yourself daily.
And that's the other thing. Get you a therapist. If you don't get you nothing else. We was talking about building a team. We talking about, you know, needing your CPA, needing your attorney that you can call on, needing your tax person, your money person. But your therapist need to be in your circle.
Yes.
And we used to be kind of hush-hush about having therapists at one time. But us millennials,
we don't care.
We don't care about all that.
We're gonna let you know.
Oh, absolutely.
My
you
therapist,
better get you
first
one.
of all, my therapist tells me, like, that's what we're gonna be doing. And I think it's important because they have a different set. Yeah, we do need it. It's a different set of eyes, man.
Yeah, that too.
And they see things in you that sometimes it's hard for you to see in yourself.
That's true.
And they are trained to recognize a bunch of baloney.
That's true.
When you try to give them. True. If you got a good therapist.
A good therapist. Okay. All right.
And you trying to
come on now,
give them a whole bunch of fluff.
Yeah.
Listen, they're like, let's dive deeper. Let's unpack that. Are we still unpacking? Yeah.
No.
I've been unpacking for 6 months.
Times of it.
I'm done. Yeah, we need to unpack some.
Unpack and impact.
The
impact of unpack. I want to roll with these today. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, and we were talking about it earlier, as far as, you know, how personal life will start to affect your professional life. And, yeah, I struggle with we're here now. You gotta put the face on and make it work. Like, people still got to eat. We still got to take care of folk. You know, just put the face on and make it work.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, you're a human being too.
Yeah.
So, and I've learned that is a trauma response. Putting the face on, making it go away, not talking about it, burying it for a quick second just to keep it going.
Yeah.
Or diving into your work to a point where you are overwhelmed with work just to stay busy, to not have to think about all of the other things. Yeah. We've done it.
Over it.
Yeah.
I think I'm over that.
But however,
if I'm not feeling it, you're going to know.
I have learned.
I don't know how to hide it very well.
My back ain't carrying your boat.
Can't.
My back ain't built.
It's not.
It ain't.
First of all, you can't get up.
Okay.
If you think about all the things you carry from other people,
True.
If you carry everybody's load, how are you supposed to stand?
You can't. You can't. You absolutely can't. And that's the thing. But how do you separate the two? So you mentioned being a caretaker and a mom and all of this, right? And we wear a lot of hats. As women in general, we wear a lot of hats. So how do you fulfill those responsibilities and still work within boundaries to be able to navigate in a more healthy way your business and your personal life?
I think it's okay to explain certain things. Like when it comes to setting boundaries, you can always say, this is how I'm feeling right now. And you teach people, like, okay, I'm in a space where I don't want to talk, or I'm hungry. That hangry thing,
it's real for you.
That's a real thing for me.
It is real.
It's traumatic.
It is. It's real for you.
But I'm hangry.
Y'all gonna see her hangry. And
you're like, what is wrong with Kendra?
Give her some Twizzlers.
Twizzlers, dots works most times. But if I really want some food,
that's horrible.
If I really want some food though, that's not gonna work.
No.
So, but I mean, you have to be able to set your boundaries and say, this is how I'm feeling.
Right.
But it's good to be able to surround yourself around people. And this goes back to that functional, diverse group that you put together. We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense for you to put people in place that you know can work with a person like your personality.
Right.
You know, personalities have to click.
Right.
They have to get you as a person.
Right.
They have to work well with you as a person. Even and also have the skill that you need to achieve a goal.
Absolutely.
So who you intentionally put in your circle, who you have as your therapist, who you have as your partner, your friend, like who you have as, you know, your spouse, you're like all these things.
Yeah, even before we started this show, I was like, we stopped.
We had to cut
What's going on?
because I'm in the mood.
Yes,
I am.
Well, hold on, we gotta talk about this because this ain't you.
Right.
What's going on? I've known you for 30-something years for real.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this ain't you. And we figured it out.
Yeah.
It was all good.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just part of like being in a good space,
Sure.
or having people that surround you that love you,
Sure.
that care about you, that's okay with saying, hey, like something's not right. Like,
What's
we
going
need to
on?
talk. Like,
Right.
what's going on? So it's good to have that and to have your prayer warriors.
Oh.
Like, if you're a believer, I'm a believer. So
Listen.
listen.
If y'all ain't figured that out yet,
Okay.
I mean, come on.
Okay.
And the cool thing about that is, yes, this is a business platform, but we bring in all of those aspects
Mhm.
because all of those aspects are important.
Yeah.
You know, so talking about your faith, talking about challenges, talking about, you know, the real of just life, you know, and how all of those things come together. It's just what it is. So,
Mhm.
yes, you know, you guys are going to see us in totality. Like this podcast, I think, is a holistic view of life, real life.
Real life.
You know, we're not going to be just, okay, today we're going
Poised. I do that at work. Listen,
get out of here.
I can't do that every day.
But we don't even have to do that. That's the beauty of this, you know, business is that we can just be ourselves, have the freedom of being
Right.
ourselves, and but you can't take what we know, right? You just can't. So it's a place where your talents can be expressed, where you know your personality can be expressed. So I mean, that kind of freedom is important, and I think you know, coming back to the topic, how personal challenges, you have to have fulfillment in your professional life in order for you to be able to excel in what you do.
Mhm.
Whether it's a startup, whether it's, you know, whatever. Holistically, you have to be in a place where you vibe, you know, where you flow and can express yourself. So
Right.
create that space for yourself. I
Create
think.
this space, and that's important.
Yeah.
Too. You know, once you figure out how you center yourself, how you ground yourself, then create your space.
Absolutely.
Create who you have in your environment. Create who you interact with.
Yeah.
All
And
that
even if
stuff.
you don't own your own business, even as an employee,
Yeah.
you bring value, even more value to the company that you're working for when you are at your best self and in your environment you vibe, you know,
Mhm.
and grow in.
Right.
So I think that's good.
The other part I would say to that is make sure you have an accountability partner.
Oh yeah. I do need that. I do need that
Yeah.
all the time.
But we can't take offense when we got to be held accountable.
That's true. That's true.
And that's hard to do.
I don't really, you know, you. How many times you hold me accountable? All the time.
But you just roll your eyes like, oh my God. Oh my God.
But it's done.
Yeah.
You know, but it gets done.
Yeah.
So,
I think we do the
yeah.
same thing for one another.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it gets done. So yes, accountability partner is very important. But honestly, so okay, boom. When it comes to professional beliefs, right? How do you navigate in a space where you know somebody is just flat out just a horrible individual that directly affects, that triggers you? Like they'll say little like stuff that'll just, you gotta pray before you lay hands, right? How do you navigate that space within a professional environment?
Mm.
Do you get petty and send them petty emails?
No.
As
That works sometimes. But no.
or like do you know, purposely just leave the door open? I mean, like, do you do little slick stuff like that? Or is it just, you know, you just wall yourself off and do what you do?
I think sometimes you have to block it out.
Yeah. But sometimes that petty is needed.
Sometimes, we try not to be petty,
Listen,
right?
no,
But
I don't.
a nice
don't
little
try.
email,
I don't try.
CC all people, blind copy some folks.
I don't try. I don't try. No. Because I already told you, I am not carrying your foolishness and mine. I'm gonna say what I have to say, and there's that.
Yes.
I'm not doing it no more. Like, no. It took years for me to get in that space. Trust and believe that. A lot of tears, a lot of prayers, a lot of conversations, but I just can't. I'm tired. I just can't. I can't.
But that don't mean you gotta be petty, though.
No, I'm not saying be petty, but I am gonna let you know.
Let them know. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real professional about
For
it.
my
You're
last
gonna,
email.
Yeah, you're gonna know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think it's important to let people know how you feel in group settings.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you know that they are an aggressive kind of.
Yeah, I call them venom. I call it venomous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it spreads quickly
Yes.
throughout a whole team and it affects everybody. So
But do it in a professional manner.
Oh,
You're like, you can't blow up in meetings.
no.
and
I'm not saying
stuff
that.
like that, yeah.
But I am gonna say what I need to say.
You should. Yeah.
But of course, you get in these spaces where you do that, you say what you need to say, but then you feel repercussions, right? Or you feel, recourse about doing that. So it is a balance. And then you become the angry black woman. There's that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to be that. Get out of here. I can't do that anymore either. Because you're gonna think about me how you're gonna think about me. And that's your problem. If it's something that needs to have happened, it needs to have happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just a thing that we deal with as professionals, how to have to, navigate and twist and turn through all of those microaggressions. I'm tired, y'all. We've been working since we were like 13. Tired. I'm tired of doing that.
I can't do it no more.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Tell you. I don't want to.
All right, so we're talking about, personal challenges, right? And having a support system and all of that. All right, say we do it. We have this idea. You want to develop this business. You quit your job. You put all your money, your nest egg into this idea. A year, 6 months go by. The money ain't flipping. It's just not moving.
Money ain't flipping.
It's not flipping like you thought. The money that goes into and getting things started up, getting your operations together, building your team, having everybody in line, but you're not making any profits to bring home. Your husband, he's 100% behind you, telling you, "I believe in you, babe. I believe in you," and your boy can just do that. And you don't have any. So how do you, how do you navigate through that? Do you quit? Do you, do you start back working a traditional 9 to 5? Do you feel like you have to give up on what your dream was? Because that's a real thing. When you start a business, you don't make money right away. I don't know who forgot to let y'all know that. But it's cute to say I have a business,
right?
Right. However, it always does not jump off. Like in the next week, you making $10,000 a month. So has that ever happened to you? Absolutely, it has.
Yeah.
So give them. So what do you do?
First of all, if it's been 6 months and you ain't making no money, you need to figure out what are you doing.
Right.
Like,
you got
what
an
are you offering?
hobby.
An expensive hobby. Like, do people even want what you're offering?
Right.
Like, you need to sit back and do an analysis on what's happening, right? Because that don't make no sense. 6 months, you ain't made a dime, and your mortgage due.
It's happened though.
It has happened.
It has
and I
happened.
think people have to understand it's okay to pivot.
Yep.
It's okay to pivot. Sometimes the idea is great in your head, but then when you go to execute it,
Right.
to actually go do the thing that was in your birth or
Right.
you thought about, it's not gelling the way that you expected it to. So if you have that team or people that you can go to, because you may not be able to pay a CPA every month,
Right.
or may not be able to pay a marketing strategist
Right.
every month, but you can have one consult.
You can. I remember like back in 2010 when I first started with Jewel, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I had to realize and learn is you cannot take care of everybody. You just can't.
Yeah.
Having to have those clear, and I got a coach. I did. But you have to have a clear idea. I mean, what does your customer look like? I want age, where they live, you know, what do they do, how much they make,
How do they spend their money?
how they spend it. I mean, you have to be so
Yeah.
specific to understand marketing to a specific
Right.
demographic.
During our financial literacy
Yes.
course, one of the panelists was talking about the science behind marketing.
Right.
And there's an intentionality behind that.
Right.
You know, you like Shana just explained, you have to
Psychology.
know all of the demographics of
Mhm.
who you're selling to. And when you say your customer, if you sell computer software programs, you don't need to be talking to grandma down the street. Her grandbaby do them computer things.
Right.
But she doesn't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to know who your customer is. Once you identify them, like know their habits.
Right.
Know what they do. What motivates them? Why do they shop for computer software? What are they looking for? What kind of software programs are they looking for?
Because I'm telling you, when that business, when you have this idea and you putting everything into it and you investing in it and everybody behind you and they say, yeah, you know, that's cool. And it just is like a rusted wheel. It's
Yeah.
not moving. It's a gut punch. A personal, if you let it go there, right?
Yeah.
But it is a gut punch to be like, dang, you know, you feel like you failed and, you know, you're looking at your bank account, looking at what you've put in,
Right.
and you're like, dang, you know, what did I do wrong? But it's a business, right? So, like you said, one of the things that I wish that I learned previously was to not take things like that personally, but to analyze and figure out, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to change? And get that objective and subjective outline on how to not let those personal feelings affect your, you know, professional well-being.
Right. And also see the signs, right?
Oh,
Because if it takes 6 months for you to say, man, I ain't making no money, then you have not been paying attention to your business.
Right.
You have, I mean, from day one, you should know what's working, what's not.
Right.
Anything needs to change. Like you should know, you know, by month 2, you should know kind of.
I
Like,
give you about 3 months.
steer.
I give you 90 days.
90 days.
I give you
But
90
within
days.
those 90 days, you're going to have to change things.
Oh, yeah.
But if 6 months comes down the line and you haven't paid attention or you haven't strategized or figured out ways, things that are not working, things that are working, and you get 6 months down the line and you have no clue and you're like, I don't know what happened. You weren't paying attention.
Right. Don't reinvent the wheel.
Don't reinvent the
People
wheel.
have done this. That was the first thing I did when I started realizing that what I thought wasn't what I needed to be thinking was literally I got online and Googled successful women in business. If you have something that I want to do what you do. Period. It's obviously something that I don't know, right? So I wanted to be in those circles. I wanted to be amongst those people that can teach me how to think, how to rethink, how to retrain, you know, what I once thought. And that's it. I remember the first seminar I went to, I didn't know none of these people. I called a friend of mine. She was studying for her NCLEX. Hey, Olivia. How you doing, boo? She was studying for her NCLEX. And I called her and I said, we got to go to Chicago. She thought I had 3 heads. She was like, Chicago? How the hell we getting to Chicago, right? I said, I'm going to drive. We're going to Chicago. It was like a 18-hour drive, something stupid. When you talk about not having the resources, we for real, Kendra, put a cooler in my back seat with sandwiches and soda.
The Camry?
In the Camry, exactly. In the Camry. And drove to, and she's like, Shannon, I got to study for my test. I was like, girl, you got 18 hours. I can help you. That's all we gonna do, study. And she was just as crazy as I was, you know. And that was it. That was my very first seminar I went to, you know, when it came to like business. And we still talk about that. And that ride felt like 3 hours because we was just laughing and talking the whole time. Mm-hmm. But I say all of that to say you have to put yourself in spaces of people that have done things that you haven't.
Yeah.
You have to humble yourself into a place where I just don't know and I need to be taught.
Right.
And that's okay.
And when you're being taught though, like, take notes.
Oh.
But you'll be surprised how many people sit there and just listen.
You don't remember.
You can't remember everything you heard. Mm-hmm. Take notes.
You don't remember. I take notes. I record. I do all the things.
Record. That's why we recorded financial literacy.
Absolutely.
If y'all haven't gone watch that video, go to Urban Masterclass Network. Go to our Facebook page.
Yep.
Or go to my personal page. Either one.
Yep.
They're both there. Kendra Elizabeth. But look at those classes. Like the information that was given. Write it down. One of our panelists, representative, H.L. Rabnell, he said, like, he wanted people, and we had packets and booklets for people to write and take notes.
He told you.
He said, take out those pens.
Yes.
Use this paper.
Sitting in there.
Because y'all sitting there. Write it down, please.
Yes, he did.
Write down this information.
And he gave, specific instructions.
Yeah.
And that drew people's attention. And he gave some amazing nuggets.
Yeah.
About a lot of things that we could have, taken home.
But he made sure everybody listened. He was like, because I see some people taking, he didn't say this, but some people were taking notes and some were just being attentive.
Yep.
But he said, no, you need to write this down.
Because it was such valuable information.
Yeah.
We had an amazing group of people.
Man, we got to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to have to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
But listen.
We need to call him too.
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll call you. Yeah.
Sorry, we always doing business.
Anyway.
But that's one of the things how I've learned how to not let my personal feelings totally impact my business decisions. Mm-hmm. And I'm still a rookie, like compared to a lot of people, and I'm cool with that. Like, I don't know everything. And I'm good to not know everything.
No one knows everything.
Because the amount of talent that we had, I was in there like soaking stuff up from people just because that's their wheelhouse. It's not my wheelhouse.
Right.
But I'm here to learn from them. So I think that's one of the things that we can kind of do to avoid those personal gut punches is just not take it personal.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Don't take it personal. Take it as a learning experience. Right. But try to figure out how do I, course correct, right? Y'all hear this term a lot. When you messing up at work and we need to course correct.
We'll give you a 90-day probation.
Instead of saying probation. Now they say course correction.
That means, hey, tighten up.
Because some things we don't want to let you go, but however we will if you don't get this right. You got 90 days.
It's all good.
Yeah. But y'all do those things.
Mm-hmm.
But as life happens, you're going to continuously have things that will interfere in your work, that interfere in just your life in general. As you know it, your social outings, your, relationships, your business endeavors, just your free time. Stuff happens. But remember, keep yourself grounded. Have a plan. Surround yourself around people who can hold you accountable, who will lift you up. Because if you don't have people lifting you up, that's not who you need to be or have in your circle. So consider
pray for
that.
legacy builders, like people who people who see beyond right now to be
Mm-hmm.
in your space. Even if they don't work with you at your job, those people in your personal network need to be those kinds of people, visionaries, not just, yeah, girl, we going to work. You come home at 5 o'clock. Figure out what we
Gotta
going
say
to
whoopie
eat.
whoop.
Yeah, nah,
We're not doing that.
No. We're not there.
Mm-mm.
We're not there.
No, not if you're trying to build yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, everybody's not going to be a CEO, and we
Right.
get this. But to be the best you can be,
Right.
you've got to take some sort of, how do you say, take the bull by its horns and like figure things out.
But what's the one? What we gonna do? Bull. I love the bees, bro. Let me tell you, Jasmine Crockett got me all on the bees. I love you,
back
Jazz.
built.
No, that ain't what she said.
No, that ain't what she said.
Oh.
But what did you say? You
No,
said,
I ain't said nothing about no big back. I said
my back ain't built for this bull.
bull. Boom. That's it. My back ain't built for your bull.
Why?
Love it.
Is she still with the bug?
Because I love Jasmine. Jasmine is my home girl. I feel like she's one of my friends.
Hey, shout out to you, Jazz.
I feel
What's
like
up, Jazz?
I am absolutely connected to her.
Oh my God.
She is on top of her game. She's brilliant. I'm telling you, I love Jazz.
She is brilliant.
She is
Oh
brilliant.
my God, that's what we need to surround ourselves
Listen.
with. More Jazz.
Love her. I'm telling
You
you.
think we can get her on the podcast?
Absolutely.
We gonna call her
I'm gonna call her.
office.
I'm gonna call you Jazz.
Listen.
And on top of that, she's my sorrow. I love her all day.
There's another bonus.
On
bonus.
top of that.
So we're gonna definitely reach out to her. But y'all, listen, we're gonna wrap this up. But I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you right now, if you are not subscribed, what are you waiting on?
I mean,
Why?
we got all of this. All of this
valuable
nuggets.
information. Even if you feel like, they didn't really give me, but at least get your brain turning,
That's it. That's
thinking about some things, right?
it. That's it.
So y'all,
We have.
subscribe,
That's it.
like,
That's it.
comment,
Yes, we have several ways that you can connect.
many ways.
Be yourself, but
Be
also
yourself.
get the ball rolling. We have the conversation, but making the wheels turn is what we do.
Yes.
Right? So you need to start there. Right now,
Get the thinking. Get a journal if you don't
Click.
have one. Find a journal.
like
Like podcast,
Facebook.
the Power Suite Podcast. That's simple.
That's very
Huh?
simple.
Urban Masterclass Network.
That's it. Everything we bring you is of value. Everything.
Everything.
Everything. Even in the next seminar, even in the next masterclass we're having, we're going to be talking about that. I mean, it's going to be, listen, I love us because we really bring the people things that are going to impact their lives, not for today, but for years to come.
Future. Yeah.
Vision. I mean, come on. Who would not want to subscribe?
Right.
Come on.
Why would you not want to?
Crazy.
And I'm glad you brought that up.
What we got?
We got one more thing to talk to you about.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to you in a sec.
Okay.
Okay, so before we go, I just want to mention this one thing.
Okay.
We got merch.
Oh,
We got merch.
she is weird. She is so crazy.
We got merch.
We do have merch.
We got t-shirts and coffee mugs.
Blankets and all kinds of
Blankets.
cute little things.
We got blankets.
Yeah, we do. Oh, it's cute. But the idea, first off, we got to tell you where to go.
First,
Right.
Yeah, let's get there.
So go to www.urbanmasterclassnetwork.com. Click on store and you'll see some of the items there. And not that, yes, we're not an apparel company.
We're not apparel. We're
However,
not. However, Lashana believes that we are because she likes dressing
apparel.
up and
I like clothes, I like styling, I like those things. So
those things.
we were talking about how personally you could create space for you. You can be in your little wheelhouse and things, and Kendra allows me to do that. So thanks, Kendra. I appreciate you. Anyway, so So, yes, go to the store, click,
Do what?
go to the store.
No, that's not what you said.
What I say? Go to the
Go to
store.
the store.
Go to the store.
Go to the store.
Listen, I'm from Charleston, right?
Go to the store.
It's gonna work. Y'all know. Anyway,
UrbanMasterclassNetwork.com and look for store.
there you go. And some of the items are going to be, about us, about living in Charleston. If they're gonna have some little things on the shirts and stuff.
Some geeky phrases.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mod to where we are, who we are, what we do. If you know, you know. I mean, it's just what it is. But it's a support of our community. It allows us to be honest, to be able to bring our community what we want to do. Right. So it helps us fund the master classes, etc. So if you want to support, if you get value out of the master classes, if you continue to want us to move forward,
to
help
see
us
this
build,
podcast, if
all
you
of
want to,
that.
we're trying to
All
bring
of
y'all along.
All
We are asking if you would please
Yes.
support us
Go ahead.
with a little bit of a merch support.
That's
Like,
it. Get the shirts.
Get the
And
shirts.
they're cute.
They're cute shirts. Cute little things. You can
Yes.
always, and that's why I got this shirt on, right? Because we'll probably do this more often, but we'll wear
Yes.
some cool t-shirts. It'll be our merch, and you can jazz it up however you want.
like.
And
But it's just it's about us, who we are as a community,
Yeah.
our network, messages that we all can use that will continue to encourage and inspire us.
Right.
I mean, it's meaningful. It's not,
And one that they liked at the financial literacy class was that network Benya.
Yeah, man.
That was a really cool one.
If you
Y'all
are
look for
from here, you get it.
that. You Benya.
You've been here. We've been here.
We Benya.
Long time.
Been long time.
So I say all of that to say, check it out, right? And support. We love you guys. It's our hug to you. But yeah, we'll see you next week.
All right. Peace.
Bye.